Thank you so much for watching. This is Talk with Anu and I am Anuradha Vasan. I have a very special guest with me, Dr. Praveena Kommidi, who is a PhD in physics and 25 years of teaching experience. I'm so glad to have this chat with her. Thank you so much, Praveena.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, tell us about yourself, introduce yourself, and share a little about your journey.
Where should I begin? So, I was in education all these years. About 25 years ago, we came to America. I came with a master's in applied electronics, but I came right after September 11th. So, decided to go back to school. I did a second master's in physics and a PhD in physics. I love learning. Sometimes I feel like I'm here just to learn and show how learning can be done in a beautiful way so that you can enjoy. I was in education all these years, being a computer science professor, physics professor, chair of a department, then dean of a university, and decided not to work for anyone. So now I kind of build bridges. So whatever the schools cannot do, whatever a university cannot do, I want to do and build that bridge so that kids can enjoy their learning process and keep enjoying their life.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good to know about you, and I'm so glad to have you here. Every successful person has a story.
Yeah.
What inspired you to choose education and work with children?
I would say maybe it was meant to be, for sure. But I never intended to be a teacher. That was never in the plans. Actually, funny thing is, on one of our India visits, one of my childhood friend kind of started shouting from outside, like, Praveena, Praveena. And I was like, what? Why are you have to come here and talk? And he was saying, you remember we promised each other that we will never be teachers? And he said, you are a teacher and I am a teacher. I have no idea why we made that promise to each other. But my teachers knew way ahead than me, for sure. When I was doing my master's in India, whenever my teacher had a travel to a conference or anything, she used to give me a topic to cover in the class.
Wow.
I was like, first time when she gave me, it was a real surprise. It came as a surprise. But we thought, it's part of teaching, right?
Correct.
It's training kids.
Right.
But another teacher did the same. And then before I graduated, she kind of told me that one of the colleges in Hyderabad, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Hyderabad, CBIT. So they asked for a recommendation and my teacher recommended me as a professor. I never worked there, but then it's like, I introspect a lot. So, you can only understand your life by connecting the dots backwards.
Correct.
So when I was kind of looking into, okay, where did this love of teaching started and stuff like that, I realized that my teachers knew way before I knew that
Excellent.
I'll be a teacher.
Wonderful. What a lovely story behind how you became a teacher.
Yeah.
And 25 years of experience. That's something huge for us to learn about.
Yeah, they knew it, I guess, right? And then after coming to America, options are open for us, right? And I came on an H1. IT, working for Microsoft. Thank God I did not end up there. So I decided to go back to school, and same thing happened here.
Okay.
Like of course the university knew that I had a master's degree already. I was doing a second master's, and there was a committee put in place to select the dean of the university.
Okay.
And every time there will be a student representative, and I was recommended as a student representative.
Lovely.
Oh my God, I learned so much in that committee.
Wow.
Like how the process works, how the education works, how the application process works here and stuff. And I fell in love with it. And of course, I gave my full to it. And after that, I think that's the beginning. I was in every committee there is.
Right.
So learned a lot. Still I didn't know I would be a teacher. But by the time I was finishing my PhD, I fell in love with Madison, Alabama, where I am from, Huntsville. And then I was like, we don't want to move from here. And it's a NASA center. And I was like, okay, putting an application will not work in my life. Right? So I need to put my face to my application.
Correct.
So one total year, that's all I did. I went to every university out there, met with the president, met with the head of the departments, and kind of I introduced myself, saying like who I am, what I do. and what needs to be done like that. And then finally, I got an opportunity to teach in a bridge program.
Wow.
Okay. So universities do this, have this bridge program. Most of the universities do. So what that bridge program does is they will take underprivileged high school students and they will give them a scholarship to go to college in the summer. So the plan in that program is to introduce them to math, science, computer science, and help them to love it a little more.
Excellent.
You know, the situations they came from, of course, you know, it's hard to love learning when you have so many things back of your mind and you don't have food at home and stuff like that, right? So we have to introduce them to science and show them what are the possibilities out there so that they can step up their life.
Right.
So I was teaching one day and the president was making rounds. And she came in and she sat in my class and she stayed for the whole time.
Beautiful.
Of course, that weekend I got a call for the interview.
Wow. There is a starting point to every journey.
And I was like, you know, when the opportunity come, I would never say no. If I don't like it, I won't do it. But if I always say yes. So I said yes to teaching computer science. I have a master's in computer science as well. So I loved it. I was into accreditation programs, and as I had that all committee experiences, I was in all the committees. So that gave me a beautiful experience. It's a very small college, so you automatically wear a lot of hats, right?
Right.
So that's how my teaching journey started in America.
Excellent. Good to know about your starting point and the journey behind the teaching journey. All right, Dr. Praveena, tell us something about ThinkTales Academy and the vision behind empowering young minds through public speaking, thinking skills, math, and other enrichment programs.
Sure. So along the way, I had kids, right? So I wanted to, I made a conscious decision of staying involved in their education process. So I used to volunteer a lot in the elementary school. You know, if there was a surprise reader, they knew it was mommy. And if a teacher needs help for setting up like a holiday party, they know it will be mommy. And my son once said that, like, can you not come to this? Can you not chaperone, you know, for this trip? I want to be with other people. And I said, yes, absolutely. So I was very involved in their education process. So in the process, I coached their math team, I coached their, you know, the robotics team and stuff like that. So I saw the difficulties, I would say, like, right? And, you know, sadly, there are many teachers who love teaching. I'm not saying they are not. But teaching is like a secondary job kind of an option it became, right? So if you are good at engineering, you will go become an engineer and you will find a job in NASA or Microsoft or whatever.
Right.
And automatically you're paid good bucks. Right? So if you cannot go there, that's when you end up in teaching.
Correct.
And sometimes it is sad, but of course, as they teach, as they teach, they will fall in love again. But there are teachers who never enjoyed math and they became a math teacher.
Wow.
So that's where the kid starts having that distance from math. You know, they might have like one gap or two gaps, and then suddenly the confidence start disappearing, and they will start saying themselves like, "I'm not a math person," and they will hear parents saying that too, saying that my child is shy, right? My child is not good at math. So please don't say those things. You can say he's learning math, or he did not master it yet. Right? Like, show that improvement process, show that space, you know, don't close those doors for them.
Beautiful. Good to know.
Right? Yeah, because they listen to us.
The encouragement. Right?
Yeah. And parents, and when you know, as we grow up as a mom, you learn so many things, right? So I was always scared that, you know, I want to be, what kind of a mom I will become. You know, I always introspect and learn from good speakers and books and stuff like that, right? So once I heard, our voice becomes their inner voice after they grow up.
Sweet.
Oh my, I lost sleep. So every time, you know, as young moms, we don't know better.
Yeah.
Right? So I used to shout at them. I used to, you know, make them like, okay, do this, do that. Let's go. What are we running from? And where are we running to?
Yes.
It's about enjoying every moment. I mean, it took me for a while to, you know, get there and understand it, digest it, and kind of implement.
Right.
But that phrase kind of changed me completely, you know. Now, whenever I have a conversation, I kind of sit back and introspect, saying that, okay, did I give them an better inner voice? So, please, parents, so your voice will become their inner voice after they grow up. So, talk positive. Give them that room to grow.
Very beautiful. So, I wanted to ask this question. In today's AI-driven world, what skills do you believe children need beyond academics to thrive?
So, AI is changing the world, right? Learning AI is inevitable. All of us have to learn it. Kids have to master it. But when answers are instinct, what is that which is making us apart from everybody? That's the question, right? So clear thinking, confident communication, and putting out there, like having that confidence in themselves will be the difference it will make, right? So tomorrow when they go for an interview, or even they are presenting a project in their job, or pitching a hedge fund company, right? What is important? Not the math grade they make in 5th grade, right? That confidence in speaking. So can they speak out their mind to anyone in front of them?
Right.
And it doesn't happen accidentally.
Comes from practice.
Comes from practice.
Yes.
So create those safer places so that they can practice, where they know, okay, I'm not judged, I will be corrected and helped to do that.
Yes.
So building that confidence will be the best thing to do.
Beautiful.
And it always starts at home.
True.
Always starts at home. So give them that room to speak out their minds. Right? You know, a little story here. Once, I don't remember exactly what age my son was. He started to kind of form his own ideas and stuff. I think 6th or 7th grade. I don't remember exactly. So one day, he said something and we had a little argument. We kind of went back and forth. And after going inside, I was kind of introspecting, right? What was that? Why did I do that, right? Then I said, like, okay, if he is talking to somebody outside the home, do you want him to just agree to everything everybody says? No, right?
Yeah.
And that's what exactly he did. And if he talks to me and make his point and argue with me, that's the only way he can stand up for himself after going out.
Yes.
So that day onwards, I always encouraged them. If it is, you know, good or bad, you know, sometimes kids will be like pointing out everything and all that stuff, but it's okay.
Good.
It will build their confidence. So I just let that be and then made peace with it. And you know how you have to select your hours.
Absolutely.
And that was a war I gave up.
It starts from home. And,
it starts from home.
And as you said, the confidence, even if they are building their own company, when they're becoming an entrepreneur and pitching their product or service, that confidence to show it in front of a big crowd. That's
correct. And clarity of thought, right? They should be able to make their point well.
Absolutely.
And that only comes from practice.
Good to know. So public speaking can be intimidating. We were just talking about it, even for adults, right? So why is it important for children to start developing communication skills at a very young age?
Yeah. So if you think about the habits you have daily, many of them come from our childhood.
Correct.
True. So the earlier we start, the better we will get, and it kind of goes into our unconscious mind. And in the AI world especially, right, you have to be a confident speaker.
Right.
So it should start early, and especially with all this AI, right, the environment needs to change. The learning environment needs to change. So anything like money amplifies who you are. AI amplifies who we are. Right? But what are we doing with the AI is what we need to help them understand. How we can use to improve ourselves is what we need to make them understand.
Yes.
So like recently we did, we do TED Talks for kids, TED Education Student Talks. So the topics were open for fall and spring. So for summer, what I did is, okay, let me mix this so that they can start seeing math everywhere. So the topic was math exploration.
Wow.
So what I asked them to do is pick a system, whatever system it may be. It can be YouTube, Spotify, Google Maps, every kid picked it differently, and understand what is math doing in that system.
Correct.
And if one day math disappears, what will happen to that
Wow.
system? So it was beautiful. I mean, look forward to those talks. We have recorded it. It's a beautiful program. Soon the talks will come out on my YouTube channel, Dr. Praveena Kommidi. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. Like every time I have a program like this, man, every day, whenever I am with the kids, happiness fills my tummy. But these are the programs which that day I get overwhelmed that, maybe I will burst with happiness, It was so beautiful. So we had a second grader who wanted to do the talk. And I was like, okay, we're talking about systems and big stuff. Like, how can I relate that to a second grader? So we had to kind of brainstorm. I was asking questions, saying like, okay, where his interest is and stuff like that. So as he was hearing the older kids, I was like, I want to talk about hospitals, Dr. K.
Wow, good.
And I was like, hospitals and second grader, what can be relevant, right? So we tweaked it and we said like, okay, you went for a doctor's visit, they go yearly, and the math disappears that day. What will happen? So the talk came out so cute, He was like, I stand on the scale and scale says, I don't know, because there is no math.
Wow.
And heart rate.
Right.
Your heart is beating, speedish or, hotish. Your
cute.
temperature is hotish. Like, how can a doctor even communicate, right? Without math.
Right.
So he saw how deep a math goes in a daily life. And, that changes their point of view.
Exactly.
One student told me, like, every time I'm on YouTube now, I see numbers going up. So that's how we need to show them, what's the purpose of this learning, of this stuff, why we should even master, why should we even curious, right? What happens if the curiosity disappears?
Exactly.
With all the answers around you, you'll be like, okay, I know everything. Yeah, you don't know everything. You have answers everywhere.
Exactly.
Right? So how can we keep up that curiosity in them so that they can enjoy the learning?
Lovely.
Is what we need to focus on.
Good to know. I mean, even in a competitive examination for a job, such critical thinking questions come.
Correct.
And this you are implementing at a very young age. And that's a cute thing to make them imagine what if math disappears. And that's a nice way of answering. And you said Dr. Praveena Kommidi is the name of the channel, right?
Correct.
The YouTube channel.
Correct.
So that's where the speeches are available. So
Will be available. This season is not, but there are plenty of them you can enjoy.
Sure, we'll go and enjoy that. And I wanted to talk about critical thinking we were just mentioning. It's becoming more valuable than memorization. How can parents encourage children to become independent thinkers?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's relate this to the AI world. Okay. So the main confusion the parents have to give a laptop and let them play around with AI is, what if they just copy? Right? So are they copying from the AI to finish their homework faster? Or are they learning using AI to do their homework? There are two different things, right?
Yes.
So how can a parent, not sitting by them while they are doing, know that? Right? As soon as they finish their homework and come, ask them curious questions. Right? Can you explain how you solved that question?
Wow.
Right? Let them talk.
Yeah.
If they can explain it to you, they learned using AI. If they did not, they copied. So that's where you will know whether AI will replace your child or amplify your child.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
So have those conversations with them. Like, AI is such a powerful tool, right? So how can a child use it to increase their curiosity, answer their question, improve their thinking? That's how it should be
The
done.
right way of using AI.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that conversation should happen at home every day.
Good.
Don't just say that, okay, it's not about just screen time, right? What are you doing with that screen time is important.
Absolutely.
Right? Are you just scrolling the shorts? That's a wrong screen time to have.
Yes.
Or are you just watching YouTube blindly, movies and cartoons? That's a wrong screen time. But if they are doing a project, or if they are researching a topic to learn more, and they are watching a video on it, that's a beautiful screen time
That's
to have.
a right way to use AI and
Screen time too, right? Like, so
Yeah.
don't just say screen time. Screen time has a lot of meanings to it.
Yes.
Are they using it intentionally or are they using mindlessly?
Very
Right? So mindful using, right? Intentional using is what we need to teach them and have those conversations. It's like, basically kids do what they see. not what we say. So what you do is what kids are doing. So if they see you mindlessly scrolling, that's what they will do automatically, because they think that is
the
what
way
we
to
are
do.
supposed to do.
Yeah, true. Thanks for bringing this most important topic of screen time. Good to know from you, how to handle such a situation with the child.
Yeah, be conscious about it.
And talk to them.
Talk to them and show them. If you feel like, okay, I'm an adult, I can do whatever. They're children, they can do whatever too.
Okay, Dr. Praveena, tell us what are some common challenges you see children facing today, and how can parents and educators help them overcome these challenges?
Challenges, I would say, comparing your real life with the real life of some other person. Right? Nobody is recording them all through the way. They are showing you what they want you to see.
True.
So don't compare yourself with anyone. You are your competition.
Beautiful.
Yeah, every day get a little bit better than yesterday. That's all. Yeah, let's say today you are not able to put your phone down within 10 minutes of the allotted real time or whatever. Tomorrow, just say that to yourself. Okay, yesterday it was difficult for me to put down. Today I will do that. So make yourself proud. You need to impress only 2 people in your life, guys. Your 8-year-old self and your 8-year-old self.
Wow.
We are not living the life for somebody else. Correct. There is no fun. They don't have time to think about you.
Yeah.
Think about yourself. So get inspired if you are seeing a reel which is done and like, oh, I want to do this. That's okay. But don't say that, oh my God, look at her. No, we are not here. But everybody are different, right? Within our family, right? All 4 of us or all 5 of us or all 3 of us are looking different. Why? See, look at this. If instead of Anu is sitting here, let's say Praveena is sitting here and Praveena is talking to Praveena. Is there any fun in that? There is no fun.
Yeah.
So we are all different for a reason.
Right.
So don't compare yourself with anyone. Nobody is your competition. You are your competition. Okay? So understand that and help kids understand. Parents, please help kids understand that.
Absolutely.
So that starts by not comparing them to somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah?
What a great thought.
Yeah. So don't say that, this person, look at that guy, he's doing this. No, don't say that. Right? So you can use the story as an inspiration. Right? Okay, so we can say, okay, let's say we watched a tennis game. You can say, I wonder how you could make that shot. I wonder how many times you practiced. Shall we do that this evening?
Lovely.
Right? Something like that, yeah. And real life skills, putting that real life skills. Don't say that, adults are talking. We don't hear that much. We used to hear when we were little, but not much.
Right.
But, make them involved in it. Like, let's say they have a birthday coming up and you went for a restaurant. Let them order that day. What will happen? You might just eat dessert and come back and eat home. That's okay. But they will learn the budgeting in real life.
Yes. An independent decision making.
Let them decide where to go, right? Like if you're going on a vacation, give them a day to plan. Give them a budget.
That's a nice idea, actually.
Yeah.
Even young children.
Yeah, they will start researching the place before we go. They will find a museum to go. They will do something, They will find a restaurant to eat. That's the real life skill, and that builds them, gives them confidence after that day. It's like, oh, I planned the whole day. That story will be a whole different story.
Absolutely. Back in our days, we used to have this piggy bank. We make our decisions and save money. I just got reminded. Same like that. You give them the independence to think
and give them chores, please. Don't do everything for them.
Yeah.
Give them chores. Let them be responsible to clean their room. Let them be responsible to pack their stuff. Let them be responsible to remember their stuff. Help them remind them, but don't take responsibility for it. Let them take responsibility. Let them fall in front of you 100 times before they go out there into the world and fall and don't know what to do,
Absolutely. Practice. Yeah. It comes from the family.
From the family. Yeah, don't fix everything for them.
Good to know. Many parents worry about screen time and technology. How can families use AI and digital tools in a healthy and productive way?
Yeah, so I have given you some tips along the way.
Yeah.
But having that conversation every day is a great idea. Give them a topic. Let's say if it is a Sunday, it's a free time, they don't have a project to work on or homework to work on. take a current affairs. You know, it might be war somewhere, or it might be a policy done by the government. So tell them, okay, let's look it up. What's out there? What are the point of views?
Right.
Let them hear. Watch a 60-minute show or something related to that, and have a healthy discussion.
Healthy discussion. Right.
That would be beautiful, right? And have like a readathon at home. Pick a book with them. Yeah, I know it's hard for a lot of us to have that habit of reading. Do something productive, like saying, like, okay, maybe I will clean up my closet during that time. Can you guys read out to me? They would love that.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So embed that habits.
Beautiful.
Have that conversations. And play with them. Please spend time with them.
Absolutely. Can you share a memorable success story of a student whose life was transformed through the years?
Yeah. Oh my God. There are so many. Let me see. Okay. As we are talking about sports, a sports story comes into my mind. I was working in Miles College. It's a very small private college, predominantly economically backwards. Everybody is paid to come to college and stuff. So I was teaching physics and general sciences, basically. So physics is one of the subject everybody had to take, like general physics. So I used to have a bunch of football players in the classroom. So sometimes when I go and talk to them, as they are sitting, it's okay. But once they get up, I'll be like, where are it was a little hard, right? So I used to use a method. I always use the method. I do, we do, and then you do.
Wow.
Right? So I used to solve a problem, and then we used to solve a problem together, like physics problems. You know how they go systematically, and then they have to do it. And that's where the resistance used to come. So one student challenged me, saying that, see, tomorrow, Dr. K, there is a game. If you come and shout when I catch a ball, I will make sure I get a 80% on your test. I said, done. And you know, them knowing Indian teachers, he thought I will not do it. But challenge accepted, come on, right?
Yeah.
So I went into the stadium. I mean, I always used to go whenever I get a chance to watch a game. And when he came, I shouted like anything.
Sweet. That's something they'll remember.
Right? And he's a capable student.
Wow.
Just don't want to do it, you know? So as I went to, you know, I used to think, okay, what is important for these kids? I mean, of course, physics, they have to have a grade. Is that what is important? No, right? So philosophy. So I used to teach half physics, half philosophy. So I used to have those traditional blackboards and stuff. It's an old college. So I used to write on the board. And when I turned back, they always knew the philosophy is coming back. So we used to say, they used to say, we are ready, Dr. K. Come with a story. And I used to give them stories, and you know, we did vision boards too as a project. You know, just so that somebody have to give them permission to dream. You know, and putting that ideas together and spending time with themselves and their mind is very important for adults, kids, everybody. But especially for college students, because their schedule stays so busy. They don't have time to kind of just calm down and think.
Right.
And so much of peer pressure too.
Yes.
You know? So one adult where they can talk their mind out can change everything.
Absolutely.
So I made sure I was one of those adults all through my life. I mean, now too, you know, I have a bunch of students who we just say, you know, this is enough of learning, let's talk.
Lovely.
And we talk about different topics which are going on at school and stuff.
Beautiful. I recently saw a post on your Instagram as well. A student had given you feedback or a letter, right? It was so
that
cute.
was from this TED.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said,
cute.
if you are struggling to learn something, it's not a wall. It's just a door, and you didn't find the key yet.
Beautiful.
So from that, she was making a little painting.
Very sweet.
The mom shared with me.
Even we remember our teachers. So same way a teacher who makes an impression, they remember it throughout their lives.
Absolutely.
And I like the term you mentioned, you do, I do, you do, and
I
we
do, we do, and you do.
Lovely. Good to know about that. As an educator and leader, what has been the biggest challenge in your journey, and how did you overcome it?
I would say the biggest challenge is burning the boat. But I felt like it might be a it might be only true for me. I'm not comparing myself with anyone. I felt like if I keep working 9 to 5 to someone for that paycheck which is coming into my bank account, I might not be able to do what I really, really want. But is there enough time for us to do two different things? Not many times. So I started Rocket City Learning Center, was the first center actually in Huntsville, because it's Rocket City. And when we moved to Atlanta 3 years ago, the name did not make sense. So we changed it to ThinkTales Academy. So I've been doing this for 13 years on the side, but I wanted to have more impact and do more things and more programs for the kids. Actually, I designed a program called Design Your Life for teenagers. Hopefully it will come soon, I don't know. It's in the books right now. So it was about to be launched and then the pandemic came. So I had to kind of take back and, life kind of took over to other directions. And I don't know why the universe put me in Atlanta. I had no reason or plan for moving from Alabama because I was very vested in the community. I was very involved in the community. But I'm sure there is a reason.
There is a reason.
Yeah. And when I look back and look for reasons, right now, what I feel like is maybe I got too comfortable and I stopped growing maybe. And maybe I had to grow, when you're putting in different place, you will grow a little more. Maybe that was the reason I'm here. I'm still figuring out. But when I decided that I can do more things when I don't do what is given by somebody else, I burned my boat. That was like the biggest challenge in my life, because of course you will miss that paycheck which automatically comes into your bank account. And when kids are in college, and you have to be very motivated to make your own money.
Right.
And I'm a teacher at heart. I'm not a business person.
Correct.
So that's the biggest growth which I'm going through right now. So in Huntsville, I was part of this leadership program, guys. And as I did not grow up here, though I went to school for 7 years here to do a second master's and a PhD, there were certain gaps for me to understand the society here. And I always believed that, though we came from another country, you're part of this community now.
Correct.
Right? And God have given me so many superpowers, right? And the Superman, what does Spider-Man say? Like, with powers comes responsibility.
Yes.
So I was looking for that. Like, what is the reason for all these talents which are in me? Like, what can I do to the society? What does God want me to use those to do His work, right? So I did a program called Leadership Huntsville, where it's a 12 months program, and every month they take a topic and teach you about how a city improves.
Wow.
Or how a law is made, what governs the schools, what governs the political system, and things like that. Like every time it's a different topic. Like how is the economical system in America works? How does the planning of a whole city for next 15 years, 20 years, how it is done. So every month, it's like, a peeling of an onion layer. I saw that no matter which country you go to, no matter which society you are in, there are some underlying problems which cannot be solved just by the government.
Correct.
All of us have to be involved, conscious, and give our part, do our part.
Right.
And so I was very involved doing my parts there. But now I'm here, right? So I'm doing the leadership foresight. And it's going to start this Tuesday. I'm very, very excited about it. So that I can see the community here, right? One thing I felt about the Indian community, don't take me wrong here, but I'm just sharing my curiosity and my observation. We tend to stay in groups.
True.
Yeah, we are not in India. We are in America, right? Our group should have 50% Americans. Right? We have to integrate ourselves in the community. We cannot, I know we are a beautiful, successful society, but we cannot stay like that alone and think that we are part of the society. So we have to embed ourselves, be part of the community we are part of. And I don't know the right way to do it, but leadership showed me a beautiful way to do it in Madison, so I'm trying to do the same here. So in the interview also I shared the same thing, and they had a lot of applicants. So I'm sure they saw my passion. So they gave me full scholarship to join them.
Excellent.
So I'm doing that. I'm very excited to be part of this community and see what are the underlying problems where the decisions are made and stuff, and see how we can integrate our Indian community into the American community a little more.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good to know about the challenges that you faced and how you overcame it. And the move itself from Alabama to Georgia.
Oh,
might
yeah,
have
yeah.
Taken a little bit of time for you to get used to, but now you are here as a leader.
Correct.
And we see your posts and ads every day. So that's a good thing that you're doing.
Luckily, along the way of personal development, right? I love my company.
Beautiful.
Right? I take my happy wherever I go, and rest is bonus.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if I'm in Madison, Huntsville, or Arizona, or I make my community.
Good to know. So, Dr. Praveena, tell us, what advice would you give parents who want to build confidence, resilience, and leadership quality in their children?
Give them room and have those conversations. So next time when you go on a vacation, give them a day to plan and a budget. Let them take over, and let them decide if you are doing something as a family. If you're planning to do an activity as a family, let them decide, and have those conversations. Why was it decided? Instead of saying, okay, you pick and we go, maybe let them pick 2 or 3 and have a little debate. Why this? Why not that? What are the pros? What are the cons? They will automatically have to research and build those research skills so that they can see the power of the knowledge which is always there, right? So I always say, is knowledge is power? No, right? Applied knowledge is power, right?
Correct.
But the superpower is intentional application of knowledge. So AI is power.
Yes.
Right? But applying that intentionally will give them a superpower.
Brilliant.
But don't just go by saying, oh, I got it, this is the answer. Let them talk about it. Give a topic. Have that game. Play a game with them. Saying that today's topic is cricket. Everybody has 1 minute. Put a stopper. Let them talk. You talk. Let them have that fun. And read something together as a family. Each of you take turns and read a passage. What's there?
Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely. Giving them the opportunity.
Yeah.
To a stage.
Correct. And build those leaders. And it comes from home. It comes from home. You cannot do whatever at home and expect them to do something else. I mean, of course, there are resources, there are places where there are opportunities. So create those opportunities. Let them meet people. So one thing I always did for me, which helped and I try to do for my kids, is make sure you are in a room where you are the stupidest person.
Interesting.
Right? Always, if you are in a room where you are the leader, are you learning? Not really. So I am always in search of both the rooms because I have the responsibility. I need to give back. So I make sure I'm in a room where people are learning from me, but at the same time, I will make sure I'm in a room where I feel stupid and can't wait to learn from everyone.
Very sweet. What a humble way to put ourselves in a position.
We need to challenge ourselves.
That's how we learn.
That's the only way to expand.
Exactly.
And if you're not learning, you're dying.
Absolutely. Every day is a learning.
Yeah. And I have to say this, guys. Yes, learning is very, 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 very important. But if you're always here also, it's a bad thing. Okay? You should be here too.
Sweet.
Yeah. So Tony Robbins, my favorite mentor, he says, if you are here, you're in your head, you are dead. So make sure you have some kind of mindfulness practice at home. So prayer, instead of everybody doing individual namaste to the God, do it as a family. Okay? Have a timer for 1 minute and stay silent. So some kind of opportunity so that you can come back to your body, come back to your heart, and live here rather than only here. Because all of our education, all of this knowledge, all of this curiosity is helping us go up and build this one, right? Sometimes we forget that heart is the most important thing.
Sweet, very sweet, interesting tips from you. Thank you so much for sharing that. If you could introduce one change in education system, what would it be and why?
Yeah, I mean, everything out there is in place for a reason, There are many people who worked really, really hard to put everything in place. So changing something completely at once is never going to happen. Okay, so one little thing every time, one little thing, right? So I would say giving the freedom for the teachers to just teach instead of teaching for a test is the change I want to see in our system.
Very nice, sweet. How do you balance innovation in education while ensuring children continue to develop empathy, creativity, and strong values?
Yeah, having those conversations with them, giving different topics. Actually, our next TED topic for the fall season is living in their shoes.
Wow.
So kids will pick a career or a person. It can be a president, doctor, lawyer, janitor in school, teacher, or a grass cutter, grass mower who comes to your house, whoever. They need to pick what they do. And if you are in their shoes for a day, what do you want to do different?
Interesting.
So that will help them understand what are the things they are going through, that will give them the exposure towards a career and see the difficulties in it, and also give them, help them to build their curiosity and see what can be done better. So that's our next topic. September 20th is the workshop starting. So feel free to come along and join us.
Beautiful. That's a way they can think independently.
Absolutely.
An example of critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
So this is one of my most curious questions to ask. What exciting initiatives or future plans do you have that you'd like our audience to know about?
So right now what we have is, I feel like math and English are byproducts. How to make them curious so that they can keep learning, right? So the TED is working great, TED Ed, Student Talk. So every time we'll have a topic like this, because math exploration was amazing, right? There were about 15 students who did the talk. So pretty much all the students learned 15 different systems and how math is used in it. So the next topic, as I shared just now, a day in their shoes. So there will be 15, 20 students. I don't take more than 20 students anyways. So 20 students picking 20 different careers and finding out like what is done from a day-to-day life, right? Will be a beautiful way to teach them what is out there so that they can start the explorations, right? Many of times, right now, what are the careers out there may not be even there when they grew up and looking for a career, right? So helping them build that curiosity, confidence is what my total focus is. So like, for example, if I ask a kid, what did you do this summer? So they might say, we went to a beach, we went for a vacation, we went to India, grandparents came. I wanted to give something else for them. So I help kids write books every summer. So think about that, right? I wrote a book this summer. That will be a whole different level of conversation they can have after they go to school. And we did that this summer too. Last summer was our first summer we did. So a lot of kids are interested in writing chapter books now. And obviously in 2 months, they cannot write a chapter book. So we want to do like an year-long program so that they can keep writing and increase their creativity to develop those dialogues, develop those characters, and be on the prompt, right? Impromptu things we do in the classroom, saying that, okay, let's say you are the character. Now, what do you want to say here? And stuff like that. Other innovative idea I want to do is like do some weekend storytelling workshops where even a kid might have too many activities. It might not be available to add another activity. And yeah, guys, talking about those activities, please leave some room for curiosity and wonder. I see kids having like 5 days Why do they need 5 activities? 3 activities, 4 activities, but leave 1 day so that they can be bored, because that's where they will understand, they will explore who they are.
Correct.
If you don't even have time to spend with your child other than in the car, that's not the right way to build a relationship.
Right.
Right? I mean, I understand you're doing for good, because you want to expose them to different activities, but leave that room too. Leaving that room is also an activity.
Absolutely.
So those are some of the things. The storytelling is one thing we want to do, and we always do math and English classes, and we do PSAT classes and SAT classes and stuff like that too. But the PSAT class, I have more room to have those curious conversations. So
and good to know about the book where they become their own authors of their books.
Yeah. So we have 10 on Amazon from last summer. Again, you can just search for Dr. Praveena Kommidi. You will see that. So go and help the kids to understand their point of view, to see the points, and show your kids that they would want to do it, and I will be happy to help them. And this time we had 32 books.
Wow.
Yeah, we are ready to take the challenge of, they have finished their work, but there is a lot of work left. So we need to review them, we need to make sure everything is in place, and some of them created their own visuals as well, thanks to AI. And some of them did not. So we have to make sure all those pictures are created and embedded and set up, and they will be on Amazon soon.
Beautiful, good to know. To conclude, what message would you like to leave to parents, educators, and young leaders watching this?
I think I have given a bunch of them, but let me review them, right? Leave that room for wonder, please. And have that room for wonder for yourself too. So if you have free time, do some gardening with kids. Sweet. That will be a great thing to do. Let them explore. Go on a hike together. Instead of watching movie is great, do it together. Right? Screen time is great when you watch together, right?
Family time.
So yeah, family time is very, very important. Cook together. Yeah, bake some cookies together. That will be great. And have a 1 minute challenge will be a great thing to implement, maybe once a week. So have a random topic, or even, I did this when kids were younger actually. You know how, mommy, I'm bored. So we made a mommy, I'm bored jar. So that jar have all kinds of ideas. So whenever their creative juices are flowing, they will write ideas they can do, and they will put it in a jar.
Wow,
and when they come to me, mommy, I'm bored, we have a jar for it. Right? Like how we have an AI for everything. So they go to the jar, they will pick up. It might be, I don't know, learning to say hello in different languages, or writing 100 to 1 backwards, depending on their age. Make something up fun, right? And let them decorate a place, or fold some clothes with you.
Yeah, true, chores.
Yeah, chores are very, very important, guys. Don't say that, I got it. I know it might be faster if you do it by yourself, but that's the only way to learn.
Yes.
And they have to build those skills when I'm with you.
Independent, living independent. They are anyways going to do that.
Yeah, they should not be dependent on us. Like, one thing we can give our children is help them grow that wings so that they can fly.
Yeah, sure.
Don't help them become dependent on you, and please, you also don't become dependent on them. So I have this question all the time, saying that my younger child is going to college now. They're saying you are empty nesters. Like, what does that even mean? I don't understand. I have my own life. I have a life with them, right? I have different lives.
Absolutely.
I will miss them for sure. I'll miss them. But it doesn't mean that I don't know what to do. There is nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's everything is part of your life.
Yes.
Right? And make sure you balance it well.
Correct.
It's a wheel of life.
Right.
So you cannot be dependent on your children. The children cannot be dependent on you. Nor you can be dependent on your husband, or your husband cannot be dependent on you.
Absolutely.
So stay independent. Help each other grow, and you grow, and inspire everyone around you.
Very nice, lovely. Good to know about another version of AI that you just mentioned, the jar, right? The jar activity. That's a cute activity with kids. Thank you so much for all these beautiful tips that you shared with us.
Thank you,
and I am happy for having this conversation with you. And thank you for accepting my invitation to talk with me. Thank you.
So we had a beautiful time. I had a great time talking to Anu. So make sure you follow her and watch all her videos.
Thank you, Doctor.